Welcome to 2 Minutes to Think. My name is Jaswin J. Ajesh. I'm a corporate trainer and an entrepreneur, and I'm the one who has created this channel, 2 Minutes to Think. There are two reasons why I'm here by person today. The first reason being, 2 Minutes to Think has successfully completed 1 year. And this is officially the first anniversary for 2 Minutes to Think. Thank you so much for all the lovable subscribers out there. If you were not there, this would have never been possible. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Second reason is, I decided by the time when I started this channel, I decided that first 10 videos will be of animated content, but after that I will be interacting with you by person. Well, so now let's understand why this channel 2 Minutes to Think. 2 Minutes to Think as a channel is to help you to analyze and develop yourself. And that's the reason why I have kept the tagline, it helps you to think ahead and grow. So, I believe human body is the most powerful machine which has been ever created in this entire world. You cannot compare this machine with any other machine in this world which has been ever created till date. So this body on the whole as mind, spirit, that's the soul, and the physique, all three combined together as a body, do requires its own nourishment. We have to upgrade it and we have to make sure this is highly efficient, because this is the machine which we use to interact with others. This is the same machine which we use to handle a lot of problems. So when we are using this machine for so many other purposes, the first importance should be given to nourish and highly take care of this machine. And that's the reason why 2 Minutes to Think was created. 2 Minutes to Think as a channel, its videos and content will help you to develop your knowledge by self-analysis and upgrade your standard of living. Alright, now let's go to today's topic. Today we are going to discuss about knowledge. That's the topic today. Knowledge. Let me start with my own story. How knowledge has created a difference in my life. Now I'm a person from a very typical background, a moderate middle class background. Like most of you guys, I also went to a normal school, college, and I gained a lot of knowledge. But later I realized knowledge has been playing a very big part in my life. I never realized this when I was a kid. Knowledge is nothing but the information which we feed into our brain by hearing a lot of things from the society, from the environment. But never consciously I paid attention to what is being fed into my head. Once I've completed my schooling, my college, and then I came to work, the work environment is somewhere. Again I gained a lot of knowledge, but it was totally subjected to what the profile or the domain they wanted me to work in. So working in multiple multinational companies, I realized one thing: we don't get so much of opportunity to explore in a very bigger perspective about life. Now, being in this state of mind, later on, once I got an opportunity to meet highly successful people and amazingly, incredibly lovely people who has really shown a bigger perspective of life. Lately, when I was curious to know how is that successful people Now, success is a very broad terminology. There are success in different uh, factors in terms of money, in terms of knowledge, in terms of time, in terms of emotional success. So many different successes are there. Relationship. So all these success collectively together, I would symbolize a person that he's successful if he is successful in all these aspects. So when I started understanding what makes the difference between a common human being and these people who are really successful, that's when I realized they do have the same thing like how a common person has. They do have the same two hands, same two legs, and they do have the same kind of a body. There's nothing different what a common person does not carry. But the only difference what they have is this 1400 grams of material brain, and the thought process what they carry is completely different from an ordinary person. Now I was very much curious to know what kind of thought process do they carry, because if everything is the same, then even I should be there, or even I can be there, right? The only thing what's different is this 1400 grams of this material is what is different from them and from me. So I got this curiosity to understand what makes the difference. And later on I understood the way they feed the knowledge into their head is completely different from the way how an ordinary person or a common person feeds their knowledge. And that is called as brain wiring. The way they have wired their brain is totally different, or programmed their brain is totally different from a common person. Now, to understand this much better, let me give an example. According to the knowledge which we have gained through society and by looking at our environment, we have gained a knowledge which says don't fail or don't make any mistakes, because it is considered to be a crime, right? But the same way, the thought process has to be changed as if you're making mistakes, it's okay, but never repeat the mistakes. And it's absolutely okay to fail over and over again. And that's how the brain wiring is done for these successful people. So this makes a lot of difference in the way we are feeding knowledge into our brain. There is a challenge behind this. What is the challenge? The challenge is nothing but most of the time, whenever we tend to gain knowledge into our head, we tend to use a filter called as ignorance. Now, this filter does not allow us to gain knowledge into our brain. Maybe this filter gets created by existing knowledge itself. This existing knowledge forms a belief system, or it has a very concrete conception about certain things, where it will say anything which is contradictory to this belief system, ignore it. So this filter of ignorance does not allow us to explore completely about this world. For example, it could be maybe certain traditional or religious beliefs, or certain cultural practices what we follow. So all these beliefs or this knowledge which has converted into a belief does not allow this information, which is a foreign substance, to enter into our head. We use this filter and we totally ignore that piece of knowledge. Now this is what I realize, that it has to be totally eliminated first. Because until I have this filter of ignorance, this is not going to allow me to pour knowledge into my head. If anything is contradictory to whatever I believe, it will repel it off. So I removed this filter, and later on I got a new filter which is called as knowledge filter. This filter is of two things or two layers. The first layer, whatever knowledge or information which is coming into my head, the first thing I need to understand, is it true? Second thing, is this important? Only these two layers of filter is composed together to form this knowledge filter. And the moment I have this filter installed in my head, automatically I started gaining more and more knowledge. And in the process of changing the filter, a lot of unlearning and new learning has to be done. So the only element required to become successful is knowledge and the right programming in your brain. On that basis, we need to understand whatever we are creating in our life, are we able to convert it into value? Because if we gain knowledge and if it does not create any value to our life or to others' life, I don't think so that can really make any difference. I don't even think so whether that knowledge is required for us. For example, we all would have gained a lot of knowledge through school, colleges, etc., right? But do we really use those concepts, what we learned in our schooling and our college days, here in our life? If no, then that piece of information is of no use because we did not implement it anywhere. So always, knowledge only creates power or value when it is implemented. That's the first thing what we need to understand. And this implementation part will create the value. Value can be in terms of money, in terms of knowledge sharing, or to elevate the standard of our living, ourselves. But we need to implement it. For example, I can quote a story which in my life it has happened. One of my friend, she used to carry a plastic bag with her always. Now there was a piece of information which she strongly believed in, that do not throw waste outside in a public place or anywhere outside. She usually carries a plastic bag with her always, and she uses this bag in order to dispose whatever the waste items she has. She used to dispose it then and there and throw it in the trash box. She never threw it outside or in a public place. Now this has really created a ripple effect. By looking at her, there were so many other people who started following it. Now this knowledge has really made a difference. Whereas a lot of other things, what even we would have learned from our school days, like Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, and so many laws and a lot of other concepts wouldn't be making any difference in our life. So knowledge can make a difference in a person's life only when it is implemented. That's why even in 2 minutes to think, I close the video with 2 minutes to think helps you to think ahead and grow, but only when you implement it. So now, as you understood the power of knowledge, are you ready to tune your brain with the right set of knowledge? Well, so that's all for today, guys. So tell me in the comments box what you realized from this video and how you're going to implement it in your life. And thank you so much for all your love and support. Keep supporting, keep encouraging me to create more and more content. Please post your suggestions in the comment box, what kind of videos or content you would like to watch. I am definitely going to put a lot of effort in doing an analysis before I post the video, and I wanted a couple of information from you guys. You can suggest me the intervals for posting this video. Like maybe in a weekly basis should we have this content, or should I post videos on weekends or 3 days once, or you can suggest me your suggestions. I would definitely say posting a video daily wouldn't be possible at this point in time. The main reason is I cannot just post a content like that, just like that. I wanted to do a thorough analysis and study about things, and then I would come and I would post the content. Because if someone is watching my video, they are investing their time into it. So I don't want them to, you know, uh, make it a pointless time. I wanted to create a content which adds value to their life. So I wouldn't just like that post a content every single day. I would need some time to do a proper study about a particular topic, and then I would be coming up with the content. So please do suggest your own views about this content. You can share your suggestions about how we can create more content or improve this content to better ways. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon and click the like button so that I would feel encouraged to do more and more videos for you. Thank you so much. Love you all. Cheers. Bye bye.